Hi guys, good evening. Welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in tonight's video, I will be discussing my thoughts on the mid-season finale for The Walking Dead that just aired a few minutes ago. I just got done watching it. Sorry, it's just a lot to process. I mean, wow, man. Wow. Okay, you know what? Before I get into all those enormous spoilers, from here on out, spoilers from here on out. So please be warned, if you're not caught up on The Walking Dead by the mid-season finale or the past couple episodes, do not keep watching or listening to this episode as I will be going into giant spoilers. So you have been warned. That being said, things I liked. I liked that this episode did not conclude the war. When they say all-out war, I was hoping it's going to last all throughout all 16 episodes, and I think it most likely will, or at least up until the season finale, or maybe before the season finale. So I'm glad that it didn't wrap everything up. I was hoping it wouldn't, and it didn't. I'm glad we didn't lose Daryl. I'm glad we didn't lose Jerry. I was very nervous there for a while. I thought they were going to execute him at point blank range right there in the head, but they didn't. He just got a little shaken up, but Jerry is okay. I'm glad Ezekiel isn't dead yet. I thought it was very noble of him to provide a distraction long enough for all of his people to get away and then offering himself up. I felt like that was him making up for him kind of sitting around feeling sorry for himself since Shiva died, which was very sad. I also love that we got a mini fist fight, which I hope was just a tease of what's to come later this season, where we see a full-on frontal bloody fist fight between Negan and Rick. Because we got a little bit of that in this episode. Oh, it cracked me up when Rick had the drop on Negan and hit him right in the nose with the handle of Lucille. And Negan gets so angry and he's like, "Don't you touch her!" I love how he personifies this baseball bat so much. It just cracks me up. But that was a cool, kick-ass little fight between the two of them. So that was satisfying. And something else that I also really enjoyed, because it was something that I was hoping to see, maybe not in this episode, but in the next couple episodes. I was really happy to see that right as the Savior convoy comes under attack by Daryl, Tara, Rosita, and Michonne, that Dwight is like hiding behind his car for a few minutes while the Saviors shoot at the Allies, and then he finally turns around with his pistol and guns down the rest of his fellow Saviors, which was awesome. That was a very, very satisfying Dwight moment. I absolutely adored it, and it just got me very, very excited for Dwight's future, because I can't wait to see him do more of this kind of thing in the second half of Season 8. Oh, that was exciting. I also loved how, even though Daryl was clearly tempted to kill Dwight and very easily could have, instead of killing him or saying fuck you or thanks for nothing, he just aggressively takes his vest back. He's like, "That's mine." Takes it back from Dwight. So even though nobody could really kill Dwight, at least Daryl got his vest back, so that's something. Like I said, I'm really glad this episode did not wrap up the all-out war storyline, and clearly there is a lot more war to come. Our allies are scattered and divided, their forces depleted. The Saviors are also, unfortunately still have a lot of strength left. But this episode opened up so much possibilities for awesome storytelling in the second half of Season 8, because so many characters are in so many different places, physically and metaphorically. Because now Maggie's taken charge of Hilltop, Aaron and Enid are now captives of Oceanside after Enid killed their leader, although she was the one keeping Oceanside from fighting, so maybe now Oceanside will wise up and join our allies in fighting the Saviors. That'd be pretty cool. Now Morgan is out in the woods, and it looks like he is going to follow the Saviors back to the Sanctuary, or maybe back to Alexandria. Wherever they're taking Ezekiel, I think Morgan will quickly be behind them. And then most of our main force is back at Alexandria. But damn, that final scene. And the whole time I'm kind of holding my breath the whole episode because it's like, okay, something big is going to happen. Somebody's going to die, either a good guy or a bad guy. Somebody's going to die, and it's going to be absolutely shocking because every single mid-season finale has always had a major character death or shown a major character death. This is the first mid-season finale that's just teased the impending death of a major character. And that major character was Carl. The final shot of the scene, we see Rick and Michonne joining everybody else, the ranks of Alexandria in the sewers. Rick meets Sadiq, which is pretty cool. So now Sadiq has unwillingly joined the fight. And there's Carl sitting up against the wall looking pale as ever. And the second they showed him and we saw how white and pale he looked, I thought, oh no, he got bit. Oh, he got bit. Where did he get bit? And sure enough, as he lifted up his shirt, confirmed my fears. I was like, oh, damn. Which is really shocking because, spoiler alert, he is still very much alive and active in the comic books, Carl is. But then again, the show doesn't necessarily have to follow the exact storyline of the comics word for word. So that was incredibly shocking because it's like, this is Rick's son. This is like he is the single most important person in the world to Rick. Carl's the main reason why Rick really does anything. Well, technically you could say Judith and Carl, but definitely Carl more than Judith. But I mean, God, this literally changes everything because it makes you wonder what kind of a man is Rick going to become? Because Rick's gone through many, many massive changes over the arc of the show. But this is a real game changer because this is his son. So what kind of man is Rick going to be from now on after this? Granted, he's still a father. He still has Judith. But he's losing his son. The one person who has been with him since the beginning of the show, since the beginning of the apocalypse. And now we're losing him. I almost feel like this is a bittersweet mid-season finale because I know a lot of people are shocked and sad and had their minds blown by this shocking reveal that Carl was bit and is obviously going to die. But I say bittersweet because I know the fan base, not all the fans, but a lot of the fans have really been hard on Carl. They've really hated Carl ever since season 2, ever since Dale's death. People have really hated Carl. And I was not one of those people. I actually liked Carl. I thought he was a pretty cool character. He wasn't my favorite, but I didn't mind him. But I know a lot of people, a few close friends actually, who are not fans of Carl, who are probably going to be elated tomorrow morning at work when I talk to them about this. But no, I think most of us though are pretty shocked and kind of sad. This is Carl. This kid has been on since the pilot. Another pilot character. He's been there since the pilot. But you got to hand it to him. You survived 8 seasons, 8.5 seasons. That's a pretty good long run. I guess it kind of makes sense because, I thought, well, if they're not going to kill Daryl, they're at least going to maim him or they're going to have him lose a limb or maybe they'll kill. And then after Michonne closed the lid on Rosita, I thought, oh my God, they're going to kill Michonne. Maybe she's our major character death. But no, turned out to be Carl. And like I said, this mid-season finale was different because instead of Carl actually dying in front of Rick and everybody else and all the viewers, they just teased his impending doom. Like they just confirmed his fate. So we all know what's going to happen next. It's just going to be really, really hard to watch it when the show returns in February. But great mid-season finale overall, though. Definitely worth a rewatch, especially because my stupid laptop crashed on me a few times as I was trying to watch it. Fortunately, I didn't miss much. I think the only thing I missed is the scene where Carl is trying to get under Negan's skin and providing a distraction for the Alexandrians to get out of Alexandria. And then I was reading about it. Negan says bombs away and he opens up bazookas on the walls of Alexandria or something. I think that was the only thing I missed. And hopefully I didn't miss Carl. No, we didn't see Carl get bit because if we'd seen him get bit, then the shocking reveal at the end would not have been shocking. The question is, when did he get bit? That's what I'm curious about. But I'm sure he'll reveal that in the mid-season premiere come February. Oh man, I wonder, this is really going to change the dynamic of the show if you think about it. Losing a character as big as this, I mean, this is Carl, the son of our lead character. Man, it's still hard to comprehend. And like I said, I've always liked Carl. I thought he was a pretty cool character, and I think I enjoyed him a lot last season when he was so defiant and bravely standing up to Negan. That was really, really enjoyable. But you know what? That is the show. Every character death helps the story move along and adds to the story. They wouldn't kill him unless they had a good reason for it. Now, whether or not we know that reason is another story, but I think it's definitely going to add fuel to the fire, literally and metaphorically, for a lot of our characters, especially Rick. But very good, solid mid-season finale. Not my favorite, but still very, very enjoyable and still worth a rewatch. Well, guys, what did you think of tonight's mid-season finale? Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it because they're going to kill Carl? Or are you ecstatic that, hey, they're killing Carl? Please leave your thoughts, opinions, and your feedback down below in the comments section. I'd love to hear from everybody. As usual, you may disagree with one another, of course, but please keep it civil and be respectful of one another's beliefs. And, of course, make sure you subscribe to this channel for more Walking Dead videos. And as we continue to follow along Season 8, which premieres February 11th, I believe. Sunday night, February 11th on AMC. Season 8 returns. Don't miss it. Have a great rest of the night and a great weekend. And of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.